everyone. It's Earth Day and we have a fun, exciting opportunity for everyone. This year, every student will be able to grow their own cucumber plant and their own marigold plant, courtesy of many generous donors. The reason why we're giving you the cucumber and the marigold is we want to expose you to pollination. The marigolds will draw pollinators such as bees, etc., to help in the growing process. So that's why you're doing a cucumber and a marigold. So what I'm going to show you is the actual seeds you're going to be planting. Every student will receive 2 cucumber seeds and 2 marigold seeds. And they are very small. So these 2 longer ones that look like plain little sticks are your marigolds. These 2 seeds are your cucumber seeds. You may be familiar with the cucumber seeds as you eat cucumbers in your cafeterias with your lunch. So you will take these 2 seeds and plant them to start the germination process. Once you actually have a plant growing, you will then take that little disc and take it outside and plant it in the earth.
Now you should be ready to plant your seeds. Each of you have been given a little disc of soil that will expand and 4 seeds. You should have 2 cucumber seeds and 2 marigold seeds. So when you're ready, you're going to take your disc and you're going to fill your cup up with water. Once you do that, the soil will expand and fill up the cup that you're planting in. You're also going to need a pencil, or you can use your finger. These seeds need to be planted about 1 inch deep in order to germinate properly. So I like to take a pencil and just push it all the way down into the soil, or you can take your pinky and push it down until you have a 1 inch hole. Then you'll take all of your seeds and dump them into the same hole. I'm going to push them down and then pack the soil over the top so that they're completely covered. Once you do that, you're going to water your plant every day, and you should start to see your seeds emerge in about 10 days.
Happy Earth Day. My name's Kelly Stradling. I'm the Food Service Director at Farmington Municipal Schools, and I put those cucumbers in your school lunches for you to enjoy. A big part of growing a plant is keeping that plant watered so that it can grow. Knowing when to water your plant can be difficult, so we have really easy ways to tell. So with your plant, if you touch the top of the surface and feel the soil, is your soil wet or dry? And another way to tell is if you take your finger and without messing with the plant or the roots, you stick your finger down in the dirt and you can feel if the soil is wet or dry. The soil on this plant is wet and this plant is good. But if you look at this plant, when I touch the top of the soil, it is very dry. And if I stick my finger down underneath the soil, it is very dry. So your plant needs a drink. You can give your plant a drink with water. Give it some water. Let the water soak in and let the water drain out the bottom so that your plant is not sitting in water, which is not good for its roots. And make sure when you set your plant back down that you're setting it in a place that's dry on the bottom so it's not sitting in a puddle of water. And the water will help your plant to stay healthy and grow.
So as your plants are growing indoors in your window sunlight, it's not enough sunlight for them to be really strong and hardy before you actually move them outdoors. So we do something called hardening them off. Basically, we take the plants on a little vacation just for a couple hours each day, starting around early to mid-May. In order to do that, or the reason we do this, is to help them grow a stronger root structure and a stronger stem, because the wind wind, as the wind blows them around, it tells the plants, hey, I need to get stronger so I can withstand this wind. It also helps them develop protection from the sunlight and the cold. So if you just take your plants straight from indoors, straight to outdoors, and you just plant them outside without hardening them off, they'll die from the wind, the cold, and too much sun. So we have to get them adapted to that different environment. So to do that, we're going to go on a little adventure. So, how to tell when your plant is ready to be hardened off? You want to look for when it has started to grow its first true leaves. Those first little leaves that come out, those are called cotyledons, and those aren't actually true leaves. The next leaves that it grows, those are the true leaves. And once it has a couple true leaves, then it's ready to start being hardened off. Once your plants have some true leaves on them, and they're a couple inches tall, and they're ready for some adventure outdoors, you're going to move the trays outside into the sunlight and get them somewhere where they'll get a little bit of wind and a little bit of sun. But you only want to start with a couple hours each day. If I left them out here the whole day, or forbid, the night, they'd be dead the next day. So we start really small. The first few days, just 1 or 2 hours. The next few days, 2 to 4 hours. And then by mid-May, about a week before we're ready to plant, you're ready to have them outdoors for about 8 hours a day. And then they're ready to plant.
2 to 4 weeks after you've been hardening your plant off outside, it's time to plant it outside. So you want to make sure that your plant is watered before you bring it outside, and it's best if you plant it on a cool day with clouds in the air in early June. So then what you'll want to do is find a spot that has plenty of sunlight for at least 8 hours a day, and hopefully is close to somewhere that you have water. So you'll want to dig a hole about the same depth as the pot that it's in, and maybe a little bit wider. So you'll want to tightly squeeze the plant and loosen up the roots a little bit, and tip it upside down so you can take it out of the pot. If the roots have been coiled up around the edges, you'll want to loosen them up a little bit so that they can grow downwards. Then you'll put the plant into the hole and make sure that you put plenty of soil around inside the hole where the plant is. And then you'll want to water the plant.